So then, like I was saying, so it's left for you now to decide if that's what you're going to do, or and then and the longer this thing prolongs, don't forget this is only domestic, and the domestic is even supposed to be much more easier
Easier.
because of patriotism.
Albert, let's talk about treasury bills. Are they included?
No, treasury bills are not included, and that's like short-term instruments, so they are not included.
What of
But sorry, you wanted
T
to.
bonds and all of that?
So no, if you go to bonds from 1 year, like from 2 years upwards, then you've left that realm.
I see.
So from 2 year notes upwards to 10, 15, or 20 or whatever years, then those are the people who will be affected. But for the short-term instrument, like the T-bills, 91 days, 182 days, and then 364, which is 1 year, those are exempted for now. But again, whether they also get a full value of this, but that's beside the point. So basically, T-bills are exempted as we know for now. But if you go into default, the question is, would they also be affected or not?
That's
That's the
exactly.
possibility. And like I was
Right.
saying,
Albert, we have our first caller. Hello, good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Right.
I'm
Your
Nana
name,
from,
your name and where you're calling us from, please.
yeah, my name is Nana. I'm calling from Kaswa Broadcasting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just watching, listening to your program, and I want to share my thoughts.
Exactly.
I think that was last 3 years. I made an investment with Data Bank. That was MFAN years. And when I heard the story of this exchange program, I decided to go for my money. And I think I have 35,000 cedis in the investment account. But surprisingly, Data Bank was saying they're going to give me 27,000 if I should make a withdrawal this moment. I was like, wow. 35,000, I gave me 27,000. Do you know what I did to raise that money to put in the account, and you are telling me you're going to give me? So I was kind of furious. And so this issue happening right now is something we people cannot live with, because we really work hard to earn some little money. And if this government is going to do this to us, it's kind of troubling. So I'm pleading with all the stakeholders and those who have the voice to at least say something for us, because we guys are from nowhere.
Right.
And this small thing we do to survive, you're going, sister, can you imagine 35,000, you're giving me 27,000?
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Have a great day. Albert.
so like his situation, for instance, is one of the problems or the difficulties. The reason I said caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. So you know, when people were signing up to this bond, they were promised,
Some amount of
the full amortized value,
Right.
which means that you get your principal, you get your interest as well.
Right.
That's the full amortized value. Then as this whole thing started, and
the
then
interests have been.
so they now using a fair value valuation, which is what they calling the market value, which means that counting or discounting inflation, that is the actual value of your instrument or your investment at the time. That's why I said that.
But
Should
you are smiling all along as you're saying this. Let's speak to Francis. Hello, good morning to you, Francis.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm doing well. I hope you're fine too.
I am fine. Oh, I am fine, but sick in the pocket.
I see. Let's hear your views on this issue.
Okay. My sister, the question I have to ask is, where did we go wrong? And how did we get here? Look, we have importers in this country. As a result of the exchange rate differential, our businesses have gone down. As a result of fuel price increases, those of us who are traders in this country our market stock, our capital has reduced. Now, those of us who have lent money to the government is also going to tell us that he will not give us back our money and he will not give us interest too. What is even more annoying is that from next year, there's going to be freeze on employment. So what is actually wrong with us? How did we get here? Who was borrowing the money? I know the finance minister was advised to stop borrowing since 2020, 2021, and up to this 2022. When he was floating the bonds and was making money into his bank, was getting interest, the data bank, which was advising the finance minister to go in for this bond, didn't they know that they were creating debt? They should go and bring the interest they have made as a result of the borrowing to come and pay us our money. Even though what is going to happen in this country is going to be more disastrous. Please advise the government, advise the finance minister to stop this kind of things, because there is no hope, there is no future for us. We are dying. And now people are going to resort to panic withdrawal. That is what is going to happen. Because many people do not understand the issues on the ground. They know that even their deposits, their salaries, that money that in their current accounts will no longer be given to them. So people are going to rush to the banks to go and withdraw their money. That is what happened to the GN banks and co. So please advise the government to stop this kind of things that they are doing. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for calling, Francis. Have a great day. Albert,
Okay.
It looks like government used to be the safest place to save. But that's not the case now. Did they really, from all the calls that we have received this morning, did they think about the heat the ordinary Ghanaian will go through before announcing this policy?
Yes, of course, they might have thought about it, but the question is, what is the option? It's only left with two. They have only two plays to make. Either do this or go into, absolute default, which is even worse than this. And look, if we go into default, these are some of the scenarios, the worst case scenarios, or even the best case scenario. We won't be able to sign up to the IMF program.
That's the best case?
Yes.
Okay.
Then two, because nobody is going to borrow us anything, we won't have, a balance of payment support or foreign exchange support. The CD will plummet further. Interest rates will go up the roof.
Go up.
Cost of living,
High.
inflation.
High.
So, are you getting it? Until everything grinds to a total halt. And that will take us so many years, more than 10, 15 years for us to recover. So, the reason why government needs to come down to the level of the people and then start dialoguing. And it's baffling why government has decided to go the way they are going. They shouldn't. Cut your government size. Show leadership. Show that the rhetoric of we are in this together. Let it show in your real actions.
Albert, I'll come back to you. Let's speak to Joseph from Bolga. Hello, good morning to you, Joseph.
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks so much for calling.
Yeah, good morning to Mother Ghana.
Right.
Mother Ghana is bleeding. You see, sometimes there's a common sense, but sometimes common sense is not common for everybody. Sometimes I try to walk through the mind of the president and leadership. Then when you walk through their minds and then you look beyond the president, then it becomes frightening. Because there are certain things that are always very close that they can see. Let's say, for instance, the finance minister went and read a budget without reaching an agreement with Labour. Just look forward. You will know that it's not going to be good, but Labour will not just take it lightly.
Right.
Why didn't he sit down with Labour to understand with Labour and then go and read the budget? Here is the case with this debt watch. I don't even know what it is. But People have invested. Why didn't the finance minister sit with them? Let them understand the issues. Sometimes I get worried. If you come and tell me that Ghana is broke, we are not kids. You have to open the books for me to know that Ghana is really broke and not ask for me to sacrifice. But if you say, sympathize with us, say, Ghana is broke, and you just want people to just believe you like that, what kind of thinking is that? So if you don't sit down with the people, you just know that going ahead is going to be tough. Let's assume that that is the idea of IMF, okay? So even before you announce that, you should have engaged the people. This is the agreement I've read with IMF, and this is our balance of payment. And for that matter, we have to go together or we perish together. And let the people get you right before you come. But when you come on TV and you are trying to explain things like this, sometimes it makes me angry because you have already taken your decision. Now you want to force the people to accept your idea. And even look, my sister, there are times that when you say it's difficult, I look at how you live your life. If you still live like a normal, somebody who's in normal situations, and you are telling me that it's not normal, I get worried. That's not cathedral. Even God, if God, his people are hungry, he will not go and build a house for them. I am a family man. There are certain things now that I don't even do. Let me just give an example. I use a blender, but it makes things very simple for it. But I know very well that electricity I can't pay. Why can't things like that? There's so many things in the budget that you just see that it's not unnecessary at the moment. Not that they're not important, or they are important. But you look at the time. I listened to the transport minister who said you are going to pay rotos and you're going to pay more. Then I said, these people are aware the situation are in. But I pray that God will bless Mother Ghana and not look at our leaders, but look at the country, the land that has been blessed with God, and save us.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, Joseph. Albert.
So we were talking about government instruments used to be the safest. The very reason why we shouldn't have been in this situation that we are in now. And then this is the reason why some of us advised much more earlier that some of these negotiations and the IMF negotiation for that matter take a lot of time. And these things are bound to happen, and you need to get the buy-in of investors before this happens. So go earlier. Government was adamant, refused to listen to anybody. And look, this is just the beginning, and we are talking about just the domestic, because you have to finish with this, and then now deal with external investors. And internal investors, they are not Ghanaians. They don't care about you. So there's nothing like you can, appeal to their patriotic side. So if they don't agree with you, they are sending you to court.
Albert, hold on right there. Let's speak to Alhaji from Teshi. Good morning to you, Alhaji.
Hey, my sweetheart, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. I hope you're fine too.
Yes, you don't worry. One day I'll just find cocoa and bring it to you.
Thank you in advance, Alhaji. All right, let's hear your views on this issue.
You see, please, have you heard of Prime before?
Please come again.
Prime. Do you hear about that policy scheme before?
No, please.
Do you know, have you heard about men's goat before?
Alhaji,
men's goat.
Kindly continue with your submissions, please.
This government is like those entities that are mentioned their names. This government, before God and man, is more than 419 government. It's more than policy scheme government. You see, look at, you are trying to do something, and your own attorney general have been advising you, don't go there, and then you refuse the advice. You people, even we Ghanaians don't want you there, and then you are still killing we Ghanaians with our little patients money that is left off. See, you see, somebody said right now, if these people don't take care, what will happen to all of us in this country is not good. They should take good advice. They should take good counsel. Because taking somebody a whole lifetime investment from him. It's not easy. Look at this system that we are in now. If you want KK, some places 5 cedi, some places 5 cedi. If you have 3 children, plus you and your wife, how can you manage for a day? Upon all this, you struggle and save a little for your future, of your children's future, and then you get somebody with his own power, no consultation, nothing. That I'm taking it away from you. Just
all right.
You think of it. They should think. Oh, I'm telling you, they should think. They should think.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in, Alhaji.